Sawadee Krap and welcome to another episode here on the Funkit Pod. It's Monday and you know what this means. The original, the OG MMA Monday back in your life. Still the only MMA podcast in the world that is, and you know it, not sponsored by Manscaped. And we'll keep it that way. And still there is manscaping involved here in the podcast. Not telling you more though. More on my OnlyFans. Let's jump right into what happened and then of course also like what's gonna happen. And as with all my podcasts right now, I'll try to add like a more like media kind of spin on it. Like because I work in the media and stuff like this, so I try to look into like from media, broadcasting, content, publishing point of view, does it make sense? What should have been done? What could have been done better? Or what was done to perfection? And speaking of what was done to perfection, maybe not to perfection, but what was surprisingly entertaining this past weekend was, and not sponsored, not affiliated, but it was. They should have this as a sign. I feel like AJ Styles. Triad combat. The ring, stupid. The idea but we understand the idea. They want to create something new, right? Triller, clearly we're smoking something probably with Snoop Dogg after last round. Like, hey man, what can we do? And Snoop Dogg is like, man, triangular rings. Look stupid, feel stupid. I mean, from watching, I haven't been in one. But it works. Like, not the I think the ring shape didn't really matter. But of course, for branding and whatnot, get it, cool, whatever. Still looks weird. Could be out of Squid Games. Oh. But the idea of like team MMA versus team boxing was kind of fun. And watching this, even though the fights haven't been all super mega awesome, I felt thoroughly entertained. And I don't really want to say it because I've been hating on Triller a lot, like with the last fights and so on, but it was somewhat entertaining. And this time there was no elderly assault involved. So, yeah. And from a promotional point of view, I mean, they could have done more in like pre-promotion, I believe, but like the last few days on the build-up to it, good. Chael Sonnen talked about it as a favor to someone who works there, he said, but still he talked about it. We had, of course, Helvani there because he's selling out everywhere right now. Like what's the schmo there too? I believe too, right? Like everybody of importance was there. So good job. And their IG game, their social media game, on point, fantastic. Then I didn't know that they had Metallica playing there. If I would have known it before, I would have marked it on my calendar. I would be like, yeah, I want to see Metallica live. So from an entertainment point of view, cool. From a pure sports purist point of view, do I need to see Mike Perry in a boxing match? Yes. No, I don't really need to see like boxing versus MMA fighters, right? And we've seen it then also in the main event that this was, of course, like, But again, the entertainment value up until then was there, and I did enjoy it. Do we need to talk about the fights and then what's next? No, the next Triad combat is going to be whenever, right? It's just like not a one-off, but it's not going to be something that happens like every week now. So standings, rankings, and whatever, who cares? And the belt is ugly AF. Triller, come on, you got more money. Maybe, I'm not sure anymore. But yeah, overall this was fun. And well, to Triller, like, you made me watch those fights, enjoy the show. Yeah. Cool. Maybe it just dawns on me right now. This was an event for older people with Metallica and stuff like this. So I enjoyed this rather than Justin Bieber or whoever else like was performing those boxing events. Well, thank you, Triller, for making this for older people, I guess. Will there be another Triad combat? I'm sure there will. When, we don't know. But it was fun for what it was. And again, from a media broadcasting, content creators point of view, IG game on fire. All made sense. Good job. The videos that came out, great. Yeah, good job. Well done. There's just no takeaway. Like, what's going to happen next? I want to see the next Triad combat event. There is no such thing like this. So this could have been like done a little bit better, or next Triller event or something. Like even on Triller, the website at thrillerfightclub.com, there's no like next event or anything announced. So that's like a bit of a letdown. Like if you have something cool, you want to add some call to action for the next cool thing, right? So that's a bit missing there. But other than that, I was entertained, and I would not have thought that. So good job. What else do we have? Well, we had one championship putting on, and I have to look at my notes. I'm sorry, because I'm losing track of the event names. Well, I shouldn't, because it was next gen. Doing some next gen 3 with the main event, Lito Ariwan versus Jared Brooks. And in the preview last week I said I think Ariwan got this because he's got the power mullet. Well, screw me. Jared Brooks submission round 2. Congratulations, Jared Brooks. It was slick, nice, well done. Again, tipping my head. This was a nice submission for Jared Brooks. Curious to see where he goes from here, because Lito Ariwan has been like, they say a perennial top contender, but he's been like close to the top for a while. So this puts Jared Brooks right in there, and well, congratulations, Jared Brooks. So like looking forward to seeing what he does next. Co-main event, and I said this before, if he's on, then he's on, and he was on. Alverdi Ramazanov, the former champion in one championship, knocks out Pongsiri PK Sanchai Muay Thai Gym in round 1. Just set him down, and that's it. Good job. I told you, if he's on Alverdi Ramazanov, then he's on, and man, on he was. Congratulations, Alverdi, for bouncing back after losing the title. So well done, congratulations. Not much to see because it was a round 1 KO. Then we had Alex Silva versus Rene Catalan, and I told you every time I watch Rene Catalan, he loses. I'm sorry, Rene, for watching again, because it was again a quick submission victory for Alex Silva, submission round 1. Congratulations. Finally, a fight that goes just the way I predicted. So on fire here. We then had also Panpiak Chitmungnon, and I told you it's the guy from the gym that Roteng is from. He took the UD against Daniel Puertas, which was okay, in my opinion. No issue with this. Then we had Peter Buist versus Ruslan Emil Bekulu. And Ruslan took the UD here, but those two were not done afterwards. They would have gone like longer, like 5 rounds, or like last man standing. There was some heat in there. So maybe we're going to see a rematch or something in the near future. And then we had Felipe Lobo versus Rotleg PK Sentai Muay Thai Yim. And Felipe Lobo took the UD. Who would have thought that? I thought Rotleg's going to come out like guns blazing, and well, yeah, kind of tried, maybe, I'm not sure. It wasn't that great. But congratulations to Felipe Lobo for taking the UD against a Muay Thai legend. So, there was a kickboxing fight, so not Muay Thai. So, yeah, but Rotleg is more like a puncher anyways. But congratulations to Felipe Lobo, like, for making the best out of the situation, for making it work. So, well done there. I do enjoy those purely stand-up fights once in a while, as you know, of course, or stand-up cards. The next event is not too far off, by the way. It's in 3 days. It's called, not Next Gen 4, it's called Winter Warriors, because here in Southeast Asia, winter is coming. It's November 28. 25 degrees Celsius out there here in Bangkok. Yeah, so much for Winter Warriors, right? Okay, and the headliner is the lightweight kickboxing world championship between Rachan Ursel, who has been on a tear in one championship. He won the title, I think, against Nico Holzkin, or he defended against Nico Holzkin already. But he dismantled Holzkin. The Rachan Ursel is really tall, so he's always got a reach advantage. Usually, he's gonna fight Islam Murtazaev from Russia. I simply assume that he still one doesn't give you like the one-on-one like comparison, unfortunately. But I believe Rachel Ursel still has a height and reach advantage. I assume because he always had one so far. So but he's a very exciting fighter. He does like spinning stuff and so on and flying knees, lots of elbows. So this should be. Oh, it's kickboxing, it's not Muay Thai. Sorry. Then not no elbows, but still spinning stuff. Then we have the Atomweight World Grand Prix finalist, the co-main between Stamp Fairtex from Thailand, go Stamp, versus Ritu Fogart from India. And while I'm based in Thailand, and of course I support all Thai athletes, I see a mauling on the horizon for Stamp, because Ritu Fogart is mean. She's a mean person, and I mean this in the best way possible for like in cage action. She goes forward, she grabs a hold on you, you're going down. You're going for a ride, and then she's just working her way on top of you, and then she's just mauling you, or she's submitting you, but probably mauling you. The thing is, Stamp is a fantastic kickboxer, Muay Thai fighter, right? Like decorated Muay Thai fighter here in Thailand, beat everybody. But she's just been doing MMA for like a year or so. I'm not sure. Like, and in the last fight, like her takedown defense was, or the fight before, her takedown defense was okay. Like she scrambled, but then she got taken down and she's just powered out because she's pretty strong. I don't think she's stronger than Ritu Fogart though. So I can see Ritu Fogart just like, and Ritu Fogart can also stand. She's not like a Ben Askren kind of type, right? She can stand and bang, but she will try to. I mean, if it would be a pure standard battle, I would give the advantage to Stamp. I think Ritu Fogart tries to deflect a little bit, like maybe try to give Stamp some looks on the feet, then just go for the takedown and then try to assert dominance in ground and pound. That has to be the game plan for Ritu Fogart. And while I'm team Thailand all the way, I think that's gonna work. I will be celebrating if Stamp wins, of course, but I think Ritu Fogart will take the victory here. Sorry, Stamp. Khotodนะครับพี่ Stamp. Oh, it's non Stamp actually. Sorry, Stamp. I hope you win though. I hope you win. So Chokdi. We have then also Chin Liang versus Hiroko Akimoto in the bantamweight kickboxing bout. I watched footage on both, but the footage that you find, of course, is like more highlights. Of course, in highlights you always look good, right? So that's a toss up for me, just from watching the footage that I could watch. So I really don't know who I should be picking here. In the lightweight bout, that's before that one though on the card, and I'm not sure why it's not higher up on the card. It's Timofey Nastyukin, the guy who broke Eddie Alvarez's jaw, versus Dagi Aslanayev. Sorry, Dagi. That's why everyone at One Championship just calls him Dagi. Russia versus Turkey. You would assume grappling heavy, but those are some banging strikers too. Like they're gonna throw down. This is gonna be a freaking fun fight, and this could be the show stealer of the night. So if you're planning on just watching the main event, don't do it, because this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a really, 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 really good fight. So don't miss that one. We also have Kang Ji-won from South Korea, and heavyweight versus Buchecha. Did I say it correct? Buchecha. Which is gonna be really interesting. I think that's like you know Marcus Almeida, right? Buchecha, insanely decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu heavyweight master. I think that's his debut, isn't it? In heavyweight against now Kang Ji-won. You would assume that they give him someone he can handle, but you never know. So I'm going to be curious to see how juiced up Buchecha will look like. Look like, not gonna be, just look like. This should be fun though. I'm curious to see how he does. And then we have as an opener, we have Hu Yong versus Yu Yu Wakamatsu. Yu Yu Wakamatsu is always also one of those guys who's always like kind of like there, but then not. Right? So he's there, but he doesn't take the big victory. But but he stays flyweight, right? So he fought DJ Demetrius Johnson, right, Mighty Mouse, and he gave him some trouble. He gave him some really good looks, but just didn't get it done. So he's just like there. So I hope he gets it done because he deserves it. Because he puts on shows. So I'm picking Yuya Wakamatsu in this case. Probably gets knocked out when I pick him. I'm sorry. I feel like Chael Sonnen. Yeah. So, but that's about it. All right. So that's what we can expect from One Championship in terms of media. By the way, coverage and so on. I mean, One Championship is always free on YouTube. The events, right, live. They have like a very active IG and social media game. I just don't feel that it how to say, it adds up to what they're preaching. They're preaching like John Cena kind of thing, like loyalty, hustle, respect, or whatever. Like they like respect martial arts code of honor, the Bushido code, and so on. And then when you go to their IG, it's like every knockout in slow motion is showing like how the loser falls down in slow motion, how they got like their head turned around and stuff like this. They posted the Giorgio Petrosyan knockout like 1,000 times in super slow motion from every different angle. So that just doesn't fit that respect to martial arts and so on code that much to me, to be honest. But maybe that's just me. In terms of output, they're doing well, of course. They're also on mainstream media more often, I believe. I think also in the US, but let me know how it looks there so far. The one thing that just doesn't work is like they're announcing stuff, then they're postponing it again. Then they're announcing it, then they're postponing it. That's just really annoying. I understand pandemic and so on, but it maybe plan better in the beginning. Okay. That's my one One Championship takeaway. Of course, I have more. 2 more to come with Bellator and UFC. Bellator, we make it very short. We have Bellator 272 on Friday, also on Friday, at the Mohegan Sun again. And I'm only going to talk about the main event because, quite frankly, so we have Sergio Pettis in action again versus Kyoji Horiguchi. And I mean, it doesn't say. It doesn't say his age, but I feel like Horiguchi has been around forever. He has a record of 29-3-0, while Pettis has 21-5. It just feels like Horiguchi has been like a household name for so long, right? And I don't know. I think I have the because I've been watching Horiguchi for a while, so that's why I'm hesitating right now. So I'm gonna pick Sergio Pettis again because he's just been on a roll, kind of. Like, I mean, he's been putting the winning efforts now since going to Bellator, and even though I really hate Sergio Pettis' social media game, to be honest, like this flashy show of stuff, and it's just so annoying. Like this yo bro stuff. I don't like it, but. Fighting wise, I mean, you can't hate on him. So I guess you have to take Sergio Pettis there, I think. I'm curious to see Johnny Eblen also versus Colin Huckbody, simply because Bellator doesn't have a picture of Colin Huckbody on their website. Nice, Bellator, nice. And we have also JJ Wilson again, who you might know because they've been talking a little bit about him. This is Alfie Davis. JJ Wilson stands at 8-0 so far. So let's see if Alfie Davis can give him like a bit of trouble or if he continues his unbeaten streak there. If he even comes out of New Zealand, that's a question. Okay, so that's Bellator for you. Bellator and media and content creation and anything is doing a BS job, to be honest. I love Scott Coker. He's like really cool, but like his team for like socials and media and whatnot, sorry, but they suck. I'm really sorry. So they should copy anybody else, because even the PFL, anybody else, because everybody else is doing a better job than Bellator in getting people excited about them. Like, I'm sure many of you didn't even know that there's going to be a Bellator event again on a Friday, for example. So Bellator, get your shit together. That's really annoying. Okay, and then finally, UFC in the house again, with the UFC Fight Night. The main event is going to be awesome. Rob Font, number 4, bantamweight, versus Jose Aldo, number 5 in bantamweight. Yeah, Rob Font, I think, if I read the odds correctly, is a betting favorite over Jose Aldo. And of course, I hope Jose Aldo is going to turn back the clock one more time. And fuck, Jose Aldo looks old on those pictures on UFC.com. What are you doing with the man? He doesn't look that bad, does he? Oh my God. Jose, what did they do to you? So yeah, Rob Font, Jose Aldo. The brain says, of course, Rob Font. The heart says, Jose Aldo. Jose, leg kicks. Jose, leg kicks. Do it. Don't just box. Leg kick. Co-main, we have Brad Riddle versus Rafael Fiziev. Rafael Fiziev, mainstay, if there's no COVID, here in Thailand, I think out of Tiger, Muay Thai, Puka Top Team, one of those two. So naturally, he's basically a Thai, so I'm rooting for Rafael Fiziev. Remember his awesome fight against Bobby Green, that was fantastic. Brad Riddle right now ranked number 12, Rafael Fiziev ranked number 14. Their odds are even at minus 110, so this should be a fun fight there. I wouldn't be surprised if either takes it, but of course, Rafael Fiziev here my favorite. Then we have, for the podcast listeners, I'm slapping my face right now. We have Clay Guida back in action. Clay Guida versus Leonardo Santos. And how can you bet against Clay Guida, the man who shows the middle finger to Father Time? So Clay Guida, you do your thing, man. Do your thing. And then we have also Jimmy Crute. Jimmy Crute versus Jamal Hill. This should be fun. I didn't even notice on the card. That's a fun card so far. I like it. Jimmy Crute minus 180, Jamal Hill plus 155. Yeah, Jimmy Crute is a force. But Jamal Hill has got some slick techniques, so this is gonna be fun. And the opener for the main card is Brandon Allen versus Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis already? All right, fair. Cool. Yeah, you do your thing, Chris Curtis. The action man back in action already. That was fast. But he said he wants to fight a lot, right? So, yeah. Well, maybe the action man has another game plan and puts it on again. So let's see how this goes. This is a great card for a fight night. That's a great card. I'm looking forward to that one. Nice. Let me know your thoughts in terms of course, UFC is everywhere. The one thing I wish is just that, like, of course, the fighters would have like more uniqueness to them. But UFC embedded and their IG posts and so on, of course, there are on spot, and those high packages are like second to none, of course. So not much to criticize on the surface. Maybe we should do like a special media podcast on a Friday, like diving into how the UFC does things. That would be interesting, I think. Okay, but for now, yeah, that's a cool fight that I'm very much looking forward to. I've been talking for a long time now already, so I stop it right here. Let me know what you think. What are your favorite fights gonna be, and what are you looking forward to the most? This is gonna be fun, I believe, this coming weekend. So as always, thanks for joining, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this podcast, rate it if possible, because it really helps to get more ears and eyes on the product, and then we have better discussions here on the air as well, and that's the goal, right? So as always, keep your guard up. Thanks for being here, and stay safe, take care, and I'll see and talk to you soon. Sawadee Krap.